What's the real spill podcast? Get the hype up, get the hype up, get the hype up.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to dance, man.
Oh, no, you didn't. Wait.
Shut up, my boy. Oh, no, my bad. I did too much.
It's all right.
Make sure I ain't not the camera. All right. I got too hype. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, new phone.
All right. We're live.
Oh, do I need to have this closer to me? Like here?
Yeah.
Would this be close enough or too close? Or?
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, I was waiting on that part before I turned it off.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You bringing back memories.
Woo, but we do. All right. Y'all ready?
MC Hammer fan back in the day.
Oh, and DJ mode.
That is really crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool.
We had to go down memory lane.
You got it, too.
Yay! It's Sunday.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock.
Yes, it is.
And it's time for the Real Spill podcast.
Yeah.
Coming to you live from the Spill Cup studio.
Oh, yes, sir.
Number 2.
Yeah, Spill Cups too, man.
Man, we've been doing this. This is episode 55.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Real Spill,
That is
man.
so great.
We
That
getting
is
there.
wonderful.
That is
let's clap
great.
for that.
Yeah, that deserves a round
Yeah,
of
that
applause.
deserves. Yeah,
For sure.
the Real Spill.
Y'all been putting in the work.
Well, actually, one guy with a dream.
Oh, well, yeah.
And
But actually, you know what? Somebody birthed us with the dream.
somebody birthed up with the dream.
Yeah. Shout out to A-Town.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah. She birthed us with the dream.
With the dream.
And we
So
took it and
great.
ran with it.
And we took it and ran with it.
Yeah. You know, I always believe sometimes people come into your life for a reason.
And for a season.
Man, you better
There
come
it
on.
is.
See how we run.
So,
You see the connection.
I
for a
see
season.
I
what
knew
you
you
guys
gonna
are
finish it,
doing
man.
there.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
see what you're doing there.
Yeah, so yeah, we appreciate her. And here we are, man.
And actually, how this got started was just from us working in the morning time,
Yeah.
having conversation with each other.
Yeah, just talking about daily stuff.
Daily things.
Current affairs.
Current
Yeah.
affairs.
Life issues.
Life issues.
The good, the bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now here we are.
Just
And now here we are.
Here we go.
Here we go. But it's episode 55.
Hey.
Yeah, I couldn't. I ain't had 2 5, so I
You
left it off.
good?
Yeah. Yeah, but this episode 55, you did that right.
And we're doing our Hidden in the Book series.
Yes, sir.
And so we just want to shout out to Miss Ifril
Yeah.
last week. You
changed my life.
Yes, she
changed my
did,
life.
man. Great episode, man, about dealing with grief.
Yeah.
We
And we
shout
all
out,
have to face it
you know,
sooner or later.
Go on Amazon, get that book. you
Yeah.
know.
And like I said, if you see me and Tal in the streets, we got it in our trunk of our
Got it.
cars.
Yeah.
Truck, yeah.
So yeah, stop us at the Dollar
Yeah,
General,
yeah,
Walmart,
yeah.
Target, wherever you run into us at.
The
We got a
hustle is
copy.
on, man.
Yeah, we got a copy. Yeah.
Yeah, the hustle is
And
on.
the proceeds will go to her. We'll make sure she
we
get the money.
Make sure she get the
Alright.
Yeah,
proceeds.
we don't want to make sure
man.
we scamming anybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, folk, black people get a little nerve when they buy stuff out the trunk.
We got to keep on
Yeah. But no, we legal though. Yeah, we legal. We just trying to help out. You
I
know, we just
know.
trying to.
So good.
But
Yeah.
we have another great guest.
Yes, I'm
On
excited.
today's, I am excited
I'm
too,
excited.
man. We got another great guest. I say Sherelle.
You just keep fighting it.
I'm just gonna keep fighting it,
I
man,
don't
because
know
that's
why.
what I've always said.
But
But it's Sherry.
I answer to that. My mom calls me Sherry, but she named me Cheryl. I answer to
But it's Cheryl.
It's actually Cheryl.
Yeah,
actually-
Cheryl Star.
Cheryl Star.
Yeah,
Cheryl.
and
Yeah.
a star
Okay,
she
I'm gonna leave
is.
her right
And
there.
yes, she
And a
is
star
a
she
star.
is.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you guys.
So come on, give her a big round of applause. We're so happy to have her.
Yeah.
And we're gonna just say Cheryl Star.
All right.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Cheryl
guys.
Star.
All right.
But before we get started with interviewing her, she is so lovely.
Yes, she is.
As you can see.
Yeah, yes,
so
she is.
Sweet,
Yeah.
guys.
I
Thank
know,
you
yeah,
so
I know.
much.
They,
So
they
much.
probably wonder how we got somebody beautiful like this on the couch.
They
They do
probably-
all. Y'all do all the time. I was checking out y'all podcast. So shout out to the beautiful ladies.
Yeah,
for
we
you
appreciate
guys'
all of them coming through.
podcasts.
We
Like,
do
keep-
appreciate all of y'all.
Keep
Yeah, you
going,
make me and
ladies.
Tyler look
you
so
guys
much
are
better.
looking good out here.
Yeah, you make us look so much
Exactly.
better.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But just some facts about reading. And I know we're in a society now where we have all of these instruments and smartphones
Yeah.
and all of these different things, ebooks,
Right.
audio books.
Yeah.
Right.
But there is something about sitting down and just reading a book.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a calming.
It's a relaxing feel.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Make you feel smart. Reading make me feel smart.
It does.
And then it increases your vocabulary, you know, because you might run across a word that you don't know, so you got to go look.
You know, that's all the time with me.
Yeah.
Knowing what I do, I just highlight the words I can't pronounce, and then I let Tally pronounce it for me. Yeah. When he come over, I'll be like, man, what's this word right here?
How you pronounce that word?
Yeah, and he'd be like, help.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. Yeah, I thought it was French. Okay, but yeah.
But reading is fundamental.
It is.
But here's some statistics about reading.
Come on with it.
2 out of 3 incarcerated people or people that's on welfare cannot read on the 4th grade level.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, statistically speaking, that is a sad reality.
So we see how the importance of reading, and we see the importance of illiteracy and incarceration.
Yeah.
85% of teens that go into the judicial system cannot read above a 4th grade level.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's sad.
70% of all incarcerated people cannot read above the 4th grade level. 70%.
That is
of all incarcerated.
All incarcerated, male, female, cannot read above the 4th grade level.
Wow.
I got a question now.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe? I know we're going down the rabbit hole and off subject, but do you believe because of their lack of education, I guess, or not being able to read on a certain level, you think that has something to do with them?
It's a pipeline.
Committing the crimes and
it's a pipeline.
Okay, all right.
It's a pipeline to the penal system, to jail, to prison.
Right.
It is a pipeline.
Because knowledge is in the books.
Knowledge and and then
information.
And then depending on what you read, but just reading in general, it builds character.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I see what you're saying.
So reading builds character. Education is so important.
Right.
That when we are not educated, then we tend to lean toward things. Because here's the thing about education. Education can lift you up out of your current status.
It can.
Yeah, it can lift you up. And you say, well, okay, somebody goes on to get a bachelor's or master's of PhD, but just being able to go on a job and be able to give change. Yeah. Because I've been in places where you don't never do this. If the thing says, let's just say it was $10 and 33 cents. And you give them 35 cents.
Oh man, you done messed them up, bro.
Yeah.
They
can't figure that out.
They done. They gotta call the manager. They gotta call the manager. You messed them up.
And they'll tell you.
And then they'll cuss you out for doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
Then you see 33. Why you gonna give me 35? Yeah, they looking at you crazy.
And it's just simple arithmetic. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a opportunity out there for reform? For the younger people that go to prison, and what I feel about that is, if there's no chance for reform, a lot of those prisoners are just like, well, what am I doing this for?
Right.
They just feel like I'm having to pay my debt to society by being in here based on what I did.
Right.
But you're right. Like, what about those people that are just in there for 5 or 10 years? And right now, most of the people that are entering into the judicial system are younger men from the age of 15 to 25. They are already killing. They have turned into a killing machine.
Exactly.
They are so desensitized.
Yes.
But I think, and I'm glad that we're talking about that. I just think that there is a opportunity to open up dialect with our young children, girls, and what that is like, you can't be too holy and save your child. You got to get down in there with them.
They are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go on ahead and do this real spill.
Okay.
I listen to rap.
Okay.
But let me just tell you, yes, world.
No, that's all right. No, we good.
I'm old and I listen to rap.
Right.
Let me just tell you, it's not about the cursing.
Right.
About the, that or that. I actually listen for the message
Yeah.
in the music.
Right.
They're using 1,000 different curse words.
Right.
That part is true. But
Right.
if you just sort of take out the curse words, they're going to tell you who their father was,
Yeah.
what their mama didn't do. Chances are my grandmama raised me with
Right.
this, that, and the other. They are literally telling their story.
Telling that
Right.
story.
And we really do have an opportunity to go and say, look,
Right.
I hear you.
Right.
I don't have to like the way you hurt or the way you
Express it.
express your hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
And the closest thing that a lot of these guys get to reading is rap. And
Yeah.
the
Right.
reason for that is because you don't even have to spell. The rap is in Ebonics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And it's
I
like
mean,
you said, it's a
it really
language
is.
they
It's
can
just like,
familiar
where's
with.
the dictionary
It's a
for
language
that?
they have
It is a
developed.
language.
Yeah, they familiar
And,
with.
the thing,
Yeah.
and that needs to be the language that we as adults,
Right.
we have to learn that language, you know. We have to learn how to communicate with our children so that we can.
I got a question.
Sure.
No, you made a good point. I agree with you. You do have to kind of learn their language, and I do believe you got to get on their level in a sense. Not trying to put them down or anything, but you
Of
know.
course.
But this is my thing though. When do you try to educate them to get away from the Ebonics? Because you know the Ebonics only gonna go so far.
100%.
You know, you can't do that in, unfortunately, corporate America, so to speak.
Let me
So
just tell you.
yeah, when do y'all get to that point?
And so from these statistics that I was reading,
Right,
you know, the fundamentals got to be first.
right,
And from what we're seeing in our community, the fundamentals are not. And I'm not saying they're not being taught. So shout out to all the teachers
Oh,
who
yeah.
are working
Definitely.
hard to get it
Absolutely.
done.
hardest job out there, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
in the
definitely.
family structure, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Because and then the media plays such a big part because
Right.
the media show us a little 4-year-old twerking,
Yeah,
you know, and that'll get likes.
right,
Wow.
But it you know, but a 4-year-old sitting there reading
right.
a book, Sally,
That's-
Dick and Jane, yeah, that's not gonna get
Nobody, they
anything.
gonna swipe past
They're
it.
gonna swipe
Right.
past that.
Yeah.
So we have to look at the media as what it is.
Right,
You know, that it is acting,
right,
you know, or it's information.
right,
But the thing is that we have to get yes, the fundamentals need to be taught.
Mhm.
And so when they get into the rap, they'll have some more than the Ebonics.
Yeah,
They'll have the fundamentals.
Absolutely.
right, right,
So
right.
when the rap ends,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
see
fundamentals
what
begin.
There was a scenario with one of my sons, and he was facing some challenges, and those challenges, you know, he's the kind of a guy who's kind of quiet, and he'd sort of keep things
To
to
itself.
himself, which
Yeah.
is I think that's dangerous. You
Yeah.
know, that is dangerous. Somebody needs to know,
Right.
you know, what's happening with you and
Right.
how are you feeling. So I will not forget this particular night. I just happened to stand at the bottom of the stairs, and he was listening to a rap song. And the rap song was actually expressing everything he wished he could say. And it was interesting that he was listening to it over and over and again
Right,
until it built up something in him to
Right.
go and make a move. That's why I was saying,
Yeah.
you know, you can listen to what your children are going through if you listen to how they're going through it.
Right. Right.
You know, they are
Right.
internalizing, you know, rappers, and those guys are hurt.
right.
So we're just trying to save our kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I speak on this a little bit because, you know, the Me Too movement, but not as far as sexual stuff is concerned, but the Me
Right.
Too movement about my child is killed, my child was killed through gun violence.
Right.
For a while, it was hard for me to sort of want to put myself out there
right.
and
Right.
be a part of those ladies. And honestly, I am so sorry because a few years ago, my son was shot with
Oh.
5 boys. All 5 of them were shot.
Oh,
All
wow.
5 of them were shot.
Yeah.
My son was shot twice. And
Oh.
one of their best friends that was standing right next to my son was the one that got killed.
Oh wow.
And his mother, I cannot even explain the grief because the young man was an only child.
Oh wow.
So if I could speak to anybody, especially the young guys out there,
Right.
or young women, whoever feels bold enough to be carrying a gun, for stupid reasons.
Right.
Please think about what you're doing.
Right.
You're not just taking that person out of the earth. You're taking something away from every single person connected to that person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For that grandmother, that might have been the only grandchild that might have been going to pick up the medicine.
Right.
That might have been the only granddaughter.
That's a good point.
Who said, Grandma, don't worry about it. As you get older, I don't mind bathing you. I'm saying, how do we connect? How do we formulate something that is a movement, if you will, that is going to say to the younger people, look, hey, it's deeper than what y'all are doing.
Right.
Yeah.
You're standing there looking at a whole entire family tree falling apart because of one night or $5 or, are you thinking about what you've done? Because you cannot take that back.
Yeah.
And a mother is grieving. So I decided to come out and say, listen, hey, I stand with you, moms.
Right.
Just because my son wasn't killed, he was so close to being killed.
Right.
He was at the doors of death. So, I really just want to reach out and say, listen, I'm glad that people are coming together. If there are support groups that anybody would like for me to come to, maybe and be a part of what they have going on, reach out to the real and let's connect on that level. Let's figure out not what's happening, but how we can fix what's happening.
How we can change it.
Right.
And I know y'all looking at this and hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Cheryl Starr is here.
Oh.
And on the real spiel. And I know y'all probably saying, well, and the conversation has been so great.
Yeah, it is.
But tell us, who is Cheryl Starr?
Wow.
All right.
So many levels of who Cheryl Starr is.
Where were you born?
So I was actually born here in the state of Alabama in Southtown Projects.
Shout out to Southtown.
Shout out to my background.
Yeah.
It was all right.
High school?
And I graduated from John Carroll High School.
Okay, we're not going to hold that against you.
Hey.
Yeah, but it's no, I'm just kidding.
Right.
That's the Cavaliers, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now that's it. That's
No,
it.
yeah,
That's
John
what
Kerry
we
used to be a
did.
force to be reckoned with back in the day, though.
Yeah, they
basketball,
were.
though.
Yeah, and football.
Yeah, pretty good school to go to.
All right,
Right.
so a graduate of John Carroll High School, grew up in Southtown.
I did. Well, I was born there.
You were born in Southtown.
Right, and then and two wonderful parents, a mother and a father. That my father was a preacher of Morning Star Baptist Church.
Okay.
And so I'm a PK kid.
You're a PK.
Oh, we should have had you on the PK episode.
Yeah, we had an episode of PKs.
Yeah, PK kid.
PKs and CKs.
Yeah.
Church kid and preacher kid.
Okay,
and
all right. Well,
everything.
that's good.
So you had a great background. I mean, you had a great upbringing, a stable upbringing.
I did.
Okay.
I did. I grew up with a lot of great morals, great values, you know, and as we grew up in life, it's like, oh my gosh, your parents look at us like we've got game, right?
Right.
But we look at them like they got rules.
Right.
The rules are going to overpower.
Yeah, I like that.
So
we got game and they got rules.
They got rules.
Yeah,
so,
I like that.
But of course, there comes a time when your parents do all that they can do for you, and then you go out and you explore your own life and figure out who you are. And by the way, I just want to let everybody know that you're going to become so many different people before your life is over. You'll be many people. So you don't know that you're going to have a child until you have one. You don't know what it's like.
To experience whatever you experience.
Absolutely, until it
you're in the
actually
experience.
happens. So
exactly.
you become many people before you get there. So for me, the journey is it's never the destination that I reach. It's just the people that I reach in the destination.
So being a PK, coming up with moral values, how was that a foundation?
Wow.
And going to reaching all these different people.
So that was really interesting. I was challenged. My father drowned fishing on a fishing trip when I was, quite young. And then after my father drowned, here we go. So my mother married a club owner.
A
that
club
ran
owner.
the French Quarters.
Wow, that's
Absolutely.
a transition.
So,
Yeah, that's okay.
so that was very interesting. For
Shout
me.
out to the French Quarters too.
Hey, now.
Had some good times in there. Now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right,
I
I'm sorry. Go
promise
ahead.
you, I
I'm sorry. I'm
promise
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry.
That was
That's back in the day.
It was
man.
back in the 80s,
Don't-
90s.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
okay.
course.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
I ain't had no
So-
business being in there, but I was up in
You was
there.
up in there.
I was in there. Though.
All
Yeah, I'm
right,
sorry.
I hear
Go
you.
ahead.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was it was challenging for me. I really and truly just went. I just didn't know what was right, what was wrong.
Okay.
Everything that I was being
Right.
taught was unlearned, and it was just about survival. You
Okay.
know what I mean? And so trying to find your way through all of that. I knew I could do so many things.
Right.
But one of the
Right.
things that I knew that I did effortlessly was sing.
Oh, okay.
So after high school, I went to University of Cal State Fullerton in Los Angeles.
Right.
Stayed in Buena Parks
Okay.
with my aunt. And I got to be honest with you, the doors were open. I was, I could dance, I could sing, I could, and coming from Alabama,
Right.
LA was my oyster. So I just wanted to get out there and just experience everything that I could experience and do.
Right.
I loved the idea of being young. But being young, it all is cool now. But I gotta let people know, I was a young person doing young folks stuff. Y'all know just what I'm saying.
No.
But
You was
it
figuring it out.
grew me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It grew me.
Right.
And over periods of time, it literally changed the dynamic of who I thought that I was.
Right.
You see, and then as I started getting older, I wasn't finding a lot of satisfaction in the things that I was doing solely for me.
Right.
So I gotten to the point where I was telling this to my husband, shout out to you, baby, if you're listening,
Shout
looking
out
at
to
the
hubby.
podcast.
All right
Way to
now.
go, Joe.
Tell your homeboys
know,
to
right?
like and subscribe too.
All
right?
right,
Yeah.
so got it.
All right.
But yeah, it changed me, and I had gotten to the point where God was so good, so merciful to me, and just let me have so many experiences in life, and I'm humbled by that.
Right.
But by the end of getting your way and wilding out, oh my God, I'd come to a point, and this is actually where I am now,
Right.
in my journey to say, okay, Lord, save me from myself.
Mm.
So we were talking about the title of my book. For those of you guys who don't know, that's fine.
No, yeah.
You're fine. It's called Street College 101.
Street
Say
College
it again.
101.
Street College 101.
Ooh.
That's a course.
And
I like that.
Yeah,
and
I
the
like
book
that too.
it's really about all of us.
Yeah.
I want to hear people's stories
Right.
that are, I don't think that we show enough gratitude.
No.
I like Beyonce
Right.
and Jay-Z, but let's just be honest here. There's none of them without us.
Us.
Right, right,
So
right.
I would love to say, why don't people celebrate these hard workers out
Right.
here? Like, y'all got the money, but we were there too.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what
We
I'm
was
saying?
along for the ride. yeah.
Along for the ride. But
So you get to California. You came from a stable into a change, growing up life. You finish high school. You go to considered maybe one of the best high schools. And we know
guess
that
at
you
that
had
time.
you had to maintain a grade average there.
you
Right.
definitely had to do
So
that.
we can assume that you were a smart person.
Well,
Yeah.
So we're gonna say that. But you're in California,
I
you're
ain't
in
gonna change your
college,
mind now.
and
Yeah. That's good.
and
Yeah.
like you said, you're a singer, you're a dancer,
Yeah. I
you're
write.
beautiful,
Oh,
you write.
Thank you.
and so you
Thanks
get
so
into
much.
the entertainment
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Who was that with? And tell us about that.
Oh my God. So one of the main things that I learned was there's a whole other world on the other side of money.
Yeah.
A whole other world. There are things that most of us can't even really know that's out there. We
Right.
can't even consider. We don't know that that exists because it's worth lots and lots and lots of money.
Right.
But for me, the experience to go and see and be around other cultures, was amazing for me.
Right.
It just let me know that this world was not so small. That it's
Right.
really big. It's really beautiful. But I mean, at that time, I had a young mind. I had a young way of thinking. So I
Right.
really didn't take
Invincible.
the time
Yeah.
to smell the roses.
Right.
That would come later.
Okay.
That would come later.
Okay.
But you got into the entertainment business,
Mm-hmm.
and just for people who don't know, who were you in the entertainment business with?
What you fishing for, Ted? It sounds like you fishing for something. Okay. Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, most
Okay.
people that do know, but for those
Yeah.
people that I was with MC Hammer.
My man. My
for
man. The
quite a
greatest
few
rap
years.
dancer of all time.
Yeah.
All
For
time.
quite a few
Yeah.
years.
Okay.
And I love the slogan "Too legit to quit" because I
Yeah.
think that he doesn't really know. I hope he does,
Right.
but I don't know if he knows how. Oh my God, fitting that is for now.
Right.
Okay.
Fitting that is for people starting
It was
something.
prophetic.
And 100%.
big word.
And
Big
all
word.
of us are too
Yeah,
legit to
yeah.
quit.
Right.
All of us are.
Yeah.
There are stories out there that haven't even been told. There are
Right.
people that know things that haven't even been researched.
Right.
So Street College is about giving people a voice.
Right.
I would love to have them come and say, hey, let me just spill this knowledge for you for just a second because this is something that you guys just do not know.
Right.
And it's just like going out in the fields.
So street knowledge is about your life.
It's about all of our lives.
It's about all of our lives.
Because I'm telling you, it's some people walking around that are cum laude out here in these streets on everything I
Got
love.
masters, yeah, got a
They
master's in it.
degrees,
Yeah,
man, for
degree.
what they've done. And I feel
Doctor.
High
like
intelligence on that.
you can't really have one without the other.
Right.
College is great, don't get me wrong.
Right.
Right.
But you don't want to be an educated fool.
Exactly.
Right.
So learn what's happening out here. It'll keep you alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn who's coming, who's not coming. I try to get my sons on board with this thing whenever they have arguments with their females.
Right.
Even really before that, I used to tell them, listen, when you choose a young lady,
Right.
where's your black book?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're not just going to be with her. You're going to be with everybody connected to her.
her, yes,
So if Pookie and Ray Ray now
Yeah.
just
connected
got
to
out
her.
of jail,
Right.
you need to be doing something like so.
Yeah.
So you say you had 5 brothers?
Right.
Oh, 4 of them was in prison for killing.
Oh,
You better
yeah.
ask questions.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
telling you.
I agree.
I'm telling you because once you get off into that,
Yeah. That's
you
a whole
need
nother.
to, you need to know
Yeah.
who loved them
Right,
in the
right.
background because they will
Exactly.
come and hurt you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah,
but
so-
Street College is about everybody offering something,
Right.
and far too long we've just given so much praise to college and degrees,
Right.
but we're not paying attention to reality and survival.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not really talking about most of these people who are from single homes.
Uh-huh.
Their mothers have to go to work. Their mothers have to,
Right.
Yeah.
take care of the kids. But,
Right.
it could go either way because there are
Right.
fathers out there doing it just as good as these women are out there doing
Right.
it.
Right.
But I'm saying that at some point you have to realize that whatever you're leaving behind is being raised by something or someone.
That's true.
I like that.
You know,
I like that.
That's true.
absolutely.
And
So-
a lot of times, the meta is
Yeah.
raising our kids. Even with, they can have 2 parents in the home.
Mm-hmm.
And the time
Yeah.
that they spend in the meta world.
Yeah,
Right.
oh God.
Yeah,
Lord
the
help
middle.
us.
It's
Yeah.
funny saying it, but yeah.
Yeah, you know. I
It does
about
exist,
that.
though. It does
It
exist.
is out there. You know.
Wow.
Virtually, but it's out there. you
Yeah.
know.
It's insane.
And the AI is getting more intelligent every day.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
I'm just so amazed at the whole AI, artificial intelligence.
Right.
I gotta speak on that for about 1 minute.
Oh, yeah, go
Go
Honestly,
ahead. Yeah.
I mean, so we are learning how to put our faith and trust in artificial because at least
Right.
intelligence.
Yes.
Artificial is unreal, is it not?
That's
Yes.
true.
I mean, if we really just break it down in bite-sized pieces, it's
Right.
just like
It's not real.
It's not real. So why do we trust it?
Right.
But it's how we've been programmed.
We're being programmed.
We're
yeah.
being programmed
Yeah,
to
being programmed, but it's going to be up to us to
Yes.
guard that word.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
so
gotta
it's
guard that word.
it is. I'm glad you said that. So it is important for us to have a strong foundation,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
and we're talking about in the book,
Yeah.
but we can talk about the book also.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, so our character is built in the Bible,
Right.
Right.
in the Word of God,
Right.
but also in reading. You know. So like you said, when the glitter and the lights go down,
Wow.
Yeah.
you know, and that's one of our
That's-
biggest problems now,
Yeah.
because our children cannot read.
Yeah.
And so, but speak on the fact that okay, because you blown the audience mind who didn't know, and you blown our mind.
Yeah.
This girl from the Catholic school
Mhm.
ends up in California, and you end up with MC Hammer, and I'm pretty sure traveling the world.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was, I was always a bit of a risk taker. I'm not afraid to go out there and take a chance.
Okay.
And so I did. A friend of mine actually had Felton Pilot's telephone number, and during that time, that was MC Hammer's producer.
Okay.
I don't know how he got the number when I was living in California, but I was that girl that called him up, and of course there were no cell phones, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I was just like, Felton, you don't know me. I'm Star. They call me Star. I'm from Alabama. I've got a
Right.
demo tape. They don't do that anymore.
No, they
You
don't.
know,
They
I got
don't.
a demo tape. Will you please? I just need 5 minutes.
Right.
So at that time, I was in Fort Ord, California, and Oakland was probably maybe about an hour and a half drive from Oakland. But Felton was actually in San Francisco. That was a 6-hour drive.
Woo.
So I grabbed a friend of mine, and Felton gave me exactly the 5 minutes.
Right.
I drove to San Francisco, put that demo tape in his hand, and said, if you like it, let me know. If you hate it, let me know. Just let me know. I drove a long way.
Right.
So,
Wow.
I mean, I was scratching my head and just really freaking out because a week passed. And I was like, oh, God, he didn't like the tape.
Right.
And then he called, and he was just like, Cheryl, this is
Yeah.
Felton. And I was like, oh, God, here we go. Here we go. He hadn't heard from him in about a week.
Right.
And he was like, listen, I am back from San Francisco. I'm back in Oakland. I need you are you willing to come and audition?
Right.
And I was having a fit. I was having a fit.
Oh, no.
I grabbed a friend of mine, and he pretended to be my manager. Like we were just. I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
you gotta be talking like because
You know
we
what
gonna
you're
be
talking
about to go
about.
do this, right?
Right,
So we get there, and it was crazy. I mean, it was just like I didn't know what we were. The directions that they gave
Right.
us led us through woods, and oh God, it probably took us about 10 minutes to get through the dirt road, and you're just
right.
like, wait,
No, this don't sound right.
this does not
look good.
So when I got there, it was this. Once it opened out, and it had it. I thought it was a car lot.
Right.
It had all these beautiful cars I'd never seen before.
Oh yeah.
All of them had bows on them.
Bows.
Bows
Okay.
on them, and I was like, the man is having me to audition at a car lot. Actually, it was not. That was the studio. And what happened was when I got there, maybe about 5 minutes, Felton said, I need you to come and sit right here. Just give me about 5 minutes and I'll come back and I'll get you and we'll get you situated. I was like, great.
Right.
Then I heard all of this screaming and yelling and jumping up and hollering and crying. And I was like, oh God, what's
Okay.
really going on?
Right.
But what actually happened was MC Hammer during that time bought all of his entourage a car.
Oh man.
Every single one.
Man, shout out
And
to
I
Hammer,
was
man.
like, that's insane.
That's crazy.
So when it was auditioning time, I go into this gym area, and what they didn't tell me is that there was 100 girls
Wow.
auditioning,
Oh,
and they were
wow.
from everywhere.
Wow.
And I was like, this ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I mean, they were gorgeous women. I'm not gonna say they weren't. They were more shapely. They had it
Right.
going on, but I was like, man, I'm not gonna go back to Birmingham, Alabama. Not now. And I was number 60 something, and I just remember that day because when I went in, I was like, I'm not doing it. And they were all sitting around the wall. So there was just sort of like a stage that sat back. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, you're good.
A stage that sat back, and that's where MC Hammer and producers and writers were all like on a stage, but they were just like set back, and it was kind of dim on them.
Oh yeah.
So what we had to do, the audition was about, you had to know how to sing as well. So you had to go out in the middle of a floor and sing a cappella
Oh wow.
in front of everybody. So
Oh, man.
I was by the time they got around to me, I was ready to go. Okay, I was so ready to go. But I thought, well, if they're going to pay attention to me,
Right.
if they're going to get, then I got to give them something to think about, to look at.
Right.
So basically, when it was my time to go out there, I just went out there on stage and I asked them to spotlight me. They thought that was so cool. She's ready,
Yeah.
But I was so scared. But I didn't want to see the females around the
Oh,
room.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just wanted to get there and do my thing.
Right.
So I did. I started singing some Aretha Franklin. I get
Oh,
in the
no.
spirit in the dark.
Aretha.
And
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
amazing. Daydreaming, and probably threw some Whitney in there too. But by the time I got done, everybody from around the room were standing up, and I was just like, oh God, thank you, but still, because
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
So when it was all over with, they asked us to hang around for about 30 minutes. And I was very sure that they weren't going to choose me. I think I was headed out to the car, myself and my friends. And Belton was like, Star, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm ready to go. It's 100 girls in there. Excuse me. And he was like, come back. So I came back in there and went into the big area where everybody had auditioned. And so MC Hammer came out and he said, at first, I just thought we were coming to audition for singing and dancing, but that was not the purpose of. He was actually forming a girl group to compete with In Vogue.
Okay.
Oh wow.
A lot of people did not know that, so that's some tea for
That
y'all.
was a tough one. That's
That's some
one.
tea. So he was only choosing 3.
Wow.
3 people. That
Wow.
was insane to me. So
Out of
he
100
came
women.
out of 100 women. I couldn't believe it. He thanked everybody for coming. There were people that were flown in.
Right.
That were going to be flown back like the next day. He was really super sweet. He was like, just don't give up. There's always opportunities for other projects to come in, so just don't give up. But everybody can't make it.
Right.
I was just like, oh my God. So they called the first girl. He let us know there's only going to be 3.
Right.
So they called the first young lady out there, and I was like, because she was good, but I was happy. You just knocked me down. I'm like, there's only 2 left, hun. Let me just go.
Right.
But it was the way that they were pretty excited when
Right.
they called. He was like, this girl doesn't need any introduction. We all love her. We know who she, and then you could just hear them say, Star. And
Oh no.
they called me, and
got excited.
they were just all clapping. I went out there, and I was just like, oh my God. I was so happy, and then they chose another girl. And I won't forget that day. Red Lobster was Nancy Hammer's favorite restaurant.
That was big time back then.
Yeah.
Shout out to Red Lobster.
Those of us, myself and 2 other girls that signed on, he took us to Red Lobster, shut Red Lobster down.
Oh, wow.
It was so we had managers and we had contracts to sign, and it was serious business. I was just like, oh my God, this is really happening.
So
Yeah.
here you are with the opportunity of a lifetime
Mm-hmm.
on just your intuition. So how big has, and I know this probably all in your book, how big in your life has your intuition or your spirit has played a part? And what
Wow.
part did God play in shaping that spirit?
Wow, that's a great question. I think that God has always sort of protected me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was always, like I said, a bit of a firecracker. Like I can just go by the seat of my pants, like and like let's go. You know,
Right.
I'm such a risk taker in that
Gotcha.
way. But I think that God takes care of, you know,
I always say it's not in the
babies
Bible.
and fools or something.
Babies and
Babies
fools.
There you
That's
go.
what I say.
Yeah.
And I'm no
So-
baby.
I'm
so
definitely not a baby.
He look out for fools.
Yeah, he does. Thank you,
So
Lord.
Yeah, thank you,
I-
Lord.
There were things, I have to be honest with you, there were opportunities that were not profitable. There were doors shut, and then there were doors open.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to tell you, I learned how to thank every opportunity, every turn down, every rejection. You know,
Right.
I'm like, look, I'm going to use you. I'm not going to let you use me.
Right.
You know, because this is information that I can file away and say, don't do. Maybe if you didn't do that, or maybe it's not about beating yourself down as much as it is about building yourself up.
Yes.
Right, right.
And you have to sort of let go of the narcissistic mentality that comes along with thinking that we're right about how it's going to all work and play out.
That's a fairy
Right.
tale.
So you have to just sort of let yourself be open to suggestions, invite people in, get
Right.
in their head, find out what's important to them. You
Right.
know, because you just never know when you can be someone else's voice.
Yeah.
You know.
And so what you said was that you knowing who God is and God knowing who you are
Absolutely.
was a keeper for you. Even
I
to-
couldn't do anything without
Yeah.
anything without him.
Yeah.
You know,
Amen,
just
amen.
putting him first. A lot of people don't do that. I don't wait until something great happens to me before I
Exactly.
celebrate the opportunity to
Right.
spend time with God. Like I
Right.
do it every day. Like
Yeah.
I will be crying,
Yeah.
listen to my gospel down
Right.
the street on an ordinary day.
Right.
Because I think that we have to know how to love God as
Yes.
much as we
Right.
feel love from God.
Him.
We have
Yeah,
to know how to love him back.
Right.
What
You
what he
know,
expects
so,
from us.
100%.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
like that.
and that is a process.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, you know, let the things that are happening to you be things that are happening for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you know right from wrong, you know,
So,
but it's
yeah.
a choice.
Yeah, morals.
What-
It's
Yeah.
always a choice.
It is a choice.
It's
So I
always
had
a
a lot of
choice.
opportunities to do and say and think and be, because everybody has a idea about the way they think you are
Right.
Yeah.
when you're traveling with someone that's a mega star. But listen, these people are just as plain as you and I.
Right.
And what I learned about what makes a star is a secret, y'all, but I'm about to tell you.
We
Okay.
listening.
What makes a star is not the the opportunity to get your hands on something that's valuable. It is the opportunity to not be able to get to them. You know, everybody wants what they can't have. You
Right.
know, and everybody is curious about what they don't know.
Right.
So when that information is sort of blocked off from the rest of the world, then it becomes valuable information to the people that are trying to get up
Right.
under that,
Right.
not realizing the only thing different is that there's a bodyguard standing next to this dude,
Right.
and no one standing next to you that's a bodyguard, but there's no difference. They are people too.
Right.
And I really do hope that we get to a point in time where the background singers, the background dancers,
Right.
anybody
That's
who
affiliated.
created
Yeah.
or who's responsible for helping another person move up in the world,
Right.
I'm saying, can we celebrate y'all for a minute? Because there is no them without all of us
Right.
that's there
Right.
listening to them.
Right.
Right.
You know, your podcast is going to grow based on the amount of people that are interested in the message that you guys are giving.
Right.
And I pray that they are, because this is such a great talk.
Oh,
right
no, we
now
receive
about
that. We
everything.
receive
This is
that.
so
Yeah, we
cool.
receive that. in
This is
Amen.
Jesus'
really
name.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
So,
appreciate that. Appreciate
you know,
that.
just information, just the opportunity to say what's on your mind. You
Right.
know? In my podcast, there's no right or wrong answers, just good
Exactly.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and because we all differ and we all have a different way of being raised, we have to respect another man's journey.
Yeah.
We don't know why they did that. We don't know what
Exactly.
happened to them. So we have to be really mindful not to
That's
do
why
it.
ours is called a real spill.
There you go.
Right,
There you
right.
go. There
So,
you go.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
Shameless
everybody's
plug,
got a
but it's all.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah.
But I understand what you're saying is that
Yeah.
you know we have to break the shell
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and
Gotta do that.
and show the realness.
Yeah.
And so you know, with your
Yeah.
podcast and the Boom Boom Room
Yeah. And the people that's looking and,
and the
listening.
people that's watching,
Absolutely.
yes, they're
So,
very
you know,
important. Yeah.
give that thumbs up,
Yeah.
subscribe,
Yeah, yeah.
guys.
Yeah, we heard
this
her.
is awesome right
Yeah.
here.
We appreciate
Because we're
it.
not
And who
clones. We're not
No.
clones. We
Yeah.
all go through different things. And you said a very important thing. It's the choices that we make.
Yeah.
And so it's
Definitely.
the choices that we make.
Yeah.
I heard a person saying that, you know, the reason we pray for other people, people that we know, they may not be living according to the standards that we think are God's standards,
Right.
but we're praying that somehow they see it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and hopefully
They will.
through it coming through us,
Yeah.
that they'll realize that, okay, I need to turn away from what I'm
100%.
doing and
Yeah.
turn
Yeah.
toward God. So
Absolutely.
that's the reason for the real spiel.
Absolutely.
That's the reason for your podcast.
I'm hoping and praying.
And so we want to
Oh,
be
yeah, yeah,
real
yeah, we
about
got
it.
that.
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
to be real about it.
Yeah,
That people can
absolutely.
say, if you, man, time flies
All right.
when you're having fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my
And
God.
I do
You might
not
have
want
a
to get
question
jumped
or
on.
two.
Oh, no, I'm going to let y'all keep rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You go ahead.
Before we do this thing at the end that we call In the Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just a rapid fire. We
It's
ask you
fine.
some of your good things that
Okay.
you like to do. But before we do that,
Right.
because you've had such a colorful career,
Yeah.
you know, and everything, speak to young ladies now and young men,
Okay.
you know, about, you know, just life in general and the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be as authentic as you can possibly be. Be the
Right.
real you, because what I've learned and what I'm seeing is that people will accept you.
Right.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Right.
You know, you don't have to fake it to make it anymore, honey.
Oh,
Just
man.
get on board and be you.
Right.
And I was telling you guys earlier, we have I don't have a biological daughter myself.
Right.
But I'm telling you, I have met some of the most amazing young women out there. And these young ladies have got ideas that I'm just like blown away by.
Right. Right.
But if I could speak to the young ladies, I will tell them, I would speak to their value. I would speak to treating yourself better than what you've allowed the world to treat you. I said it to you early. Ladies, whatever you do, please stop treating your bodies like a crisis center. It is not that. It is not that at all. You are beautifully and wonderfully made, and
Yes.
that goes for the brothers too.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, and it's like I was telling you guys earlier, you don't have to have game, have rules. You know, and when you
Right,
got
right.
rules, game cannot exist there.
Wow. Wait a minute. Hold up. You got to say that again.
Yeah, I like that. I like
You
that. I
have to
like
say
that.
that. I like that too.
You said if you
Yeah.
got rules.
Got to
Yeah.
have rules.
You gotta have
You don't
Game
need
can
game.
exist.
You need rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some have games, some have rules. But
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, be beautiful, be yourself, deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Make people deserve you. And this is for the women and the men. Look,
Right.
I'm going to say it if your mama didn't tell you. Let me be the one to
There you
tell
go.
you.
Right.
You're beautiful. You don't have to do that, sis. You
Right.
can get a man. You don't have to do all of that. You can get a wife. You don't have to be doing all of that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
altering your bodies and transforming into some unidentifiable object.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you're not that.
Right.
Because, baby, pretty got a time limit.
Mm.
And so at the end of the day,
Right.
I want to make sure that they know their value.
Right.
So it all
Tick,
comes
tick.
back.
Or as I like to say, know your worth.
To
Yeah.
Know your worth.
Because
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a minute, sweetheart,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you don't want to be on the clearance rack.
No, you don't. Or in the thrift store.
So it's,
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
so it's all
yeah.
about character.
It is about your character. And like I said, when when people are being authentic, they're beautiful in that way.
Right.
You know, and me, I'm getting older, so I will forget a lie. So
Right.
at the end of the day, let me just tell the truth, because I promise you, I will forget a cup if I leave it over there.
Right.
And thank you, God, you got a sense of humor for letting us forget. When
Right,
we get
right,
older,
right.
Because
Right.
you know we're going to need somebody, so we have to forget who we hate.
Yeah,
Or
right.
who hate us.
I've been walking around the house looking for my glasses,
Ah,
Right.
and then
There
when I
they are.
found them, you know, I
Yeah.
had to laugh at it, and I was like, "God, you ought to quit. You got
It,
something wrong."
it happens.
it happens,
It
yeah.
definitely happens. So
All right, I'm gonna need you to work on that. yeah, I'm gonna need you to work on that, Blair. All right.
Yeah.
You thought it was like a bug or something on your head the whole time?
I
you
just
should've.
wasn't thinking, man. I couldn't,
something
you
like-
know. I'm like,
looking
where in
for
the
'em?
world
It
are my
look,
glasses?
It happens. I'm telling you,
You know,
it is real.
looking for your keys, and they're in your
It is
hand. You
in
know
your
what I'm
pocket.
saying? And what I'm gonna say to you is,
Yeah.
just keep living.
Oh no, I'm with you. I know my time coming. I'm
Just
coming.
keep
living.
I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna embrace it though.
Yeah, embrace
I'm
it.
gonna embrace it.
Man,
Embrace it.
You've been
Yeah.
listening to the Real Spill podcast,
Yeah.
and with Miss Starr,
Hey now.
Yeah.
Cheryl Starr,
Hey now.
Miss Cheryl Starr.
Yeah.
And we just been talking about her book. Our episode is hidden in the book,
Yeah.
and so we've been highlighting local authors.
Mm.
And she has written a book, or she's
Yeah.
writing the book.
In the process of every time I think I'm coming to a closing page,
You think of
I
something else?
realize, well, I go out there. If it's
Yeah.
going to be about street college, you gotta get around people that's living it.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
So you
What's-
can't really be so.
What's your
shut off.
anticipated release? Because we want to,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you fine, man. It's fine. No, the ologist
our
here.
time.
This
Okay.
this the Ray J of the podcast.
Okay, Ray
right
J
here.
of the podcast. The
look at
ologist
Ray
just
J.
shown
He
up.
just
yeah.
show up. Don't
He
even-
just show up,
yeah.
man. He just poof.
He got
Yeah,
he just got a
yeah.
key and everything. One time he came through the ceiling. Yeah, he just came right down
Oh,
through the ceiling. Yeah,
really?
yeah, it scared all of us.
Oh, really?
But yeah. But once we saw who it was, we were good.
Oh
yeah, we were
my
good.
goodness gracious,
Yeah.
help us!
Yeah. Yeah, he just had to make
So,
an entrance.
yeah,
Yeah, it's all right.
yeah.
Oh, he's on what his time?
Yeah, I know we're running out of time, so we're just gonna go in.
Oh, yeah, well,
we
in
want
the
to
cup.
thank
Yeah.
Cheryl Starr
Thanks, guys.
Right.
for coming on.
Yeah.
To the real spill.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so much.
And be on the lookout for a book. Is it gonna be like an Amazon, or
I
you haven't figured it out yet?
You need me to tally
decided.
sell it in the back of our cars, trunk of our cars.
Well, we'll
do it now. We'll do it. Yeah, you give us.
We're
Yeah.
gonna, we're
Look,
gonna,
guys, that is
we're
so
gonna turn to the library after this.
Listen.
After we
Yeah.
do this,
And see, I leave the book in the window shield.
Yeah.
I'm
So people
looking
see
for
it.
a couple of more stories out there.
Okay. Okay.
And honestly, if you guys have something that you want to say,
Uh-huh.
you know, please get in touch with me.
Okay.
But get in touch with me through the real.
Oh yeah. I like
The
that. I
real
appreciate
stuff.
that.
The real.
Y'all heard her.
Absolutely. And that would be so great. And we could learn more about Street College 101, or if you want to be a part of that.
Street College 101.
100%, because
Yeah.
you will be the scholar in the room.
There you go.
You can put that at the bottom, like in the
Hey, you
caption.
might have to caption that,
I like
right?
that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
I
so
like
we
that.
definitely want to make sure that you got something to say, and that's all that I'm trying to really
Yeah.
convey. It's like, don't withhold that good information. Somebody needs to hear whatever it is you,
You
have
have
to
to say.
offer.
Yeah.
And now you have the opportunity
Oh yeah.
to do it. Right, yeah.
Cheryl Starr,
Yeah.
Street College 101.
Okay.
Coming to a bookstore
There
near
you
you.
go.
Or the trunk of our
Hey.
cars.
Trunk of a car.
Or the
You
trunk of
got
our
a
cars.
jingle in mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can come up with.
Oh, yeah, we're going to come up with something.
That's
we
gonna be
can.
real good.
So now, as we end our episode, we like to do this, what we call In the Cup.
All right.
Yeah.
So we lift the cup back up, and just some questions about
Okay.
your likes and dislikes.
All
And,
right.
I'll get it started.
Yeah.
And this answer may, your favorite rap artist.
Man, you look at my notes.
My favorite rap artist is
Yeah.
Mo3.
Mo3.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on, Mo3.
You not heard of him? He's deceased, but he's
Oh,
one
okay,
of the
my bad.
rappers that
Yeah.
I listen
It sounds like
Mo3.
you out of Texas or somewhere.
to. There it is.
I think I had heard on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Mo3.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, shout out to Mo3. R.I.P.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Amen.
That's a good title right
Yeah,
there.
everybody not your
Everybody
friend.
ain't your
Okay,
friend.
that was my first question. I guess I'll just go to my... Oh, now I'm supposed to answer too. Are we going to answer? Or we just
Yeah,
gonna-
what's your favorite?
Oh, it's Tupac.
Oh, okay.
All day, all
I hear
day,
you. I hear
all
you.
night,
day, yeah.
All right.
whatever day of the
I
week.
do
Yeah.
like Tupac. by the
Greatest
way.
rapper of all time to me.
Greatest rapper of all
And
time.
yours?
Nah. He finna say, what, Curtis Blow or somebody?
I
Beastie
was
Boy.
thinking
Hey,
about
Curtis Blow is
But
good.
you know what?
Yeah, I do like Curtis
I've
Blow.
come to love Bones Thug.
Drake.
Harmony?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
Bone
group
Thugs and
though.
Harmony.
That's
It
a
is
group.
a group, but they
No, we
rap.
want you to single it.
Just one single rap.
One artist. Come
Man.
on, now you got a plethora.
Scarface, man.
Oh yeah, I respect. Yeah, Scarface one of my favorite. Yeah. Shout out to Houston.
Shout out
man.
to
All right, all
Houston
right.
and Scarface. I know he was in
The
the
Ghetto
hospital,
Boy.
man. So I hope he.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah,
Yeah, he
shout
been
out.
wrestling with some health issues.
Yeah, he has been.
But
Okay.
yeah, that's one of my greatest lyricists of all time.
Yeah, Scarface.
Okay, here we go. Then,
Yeah.
well, what's your favorite comfort food?
Ooh, so easy. I am obsessed with snow crab legs.
Okay, okay.
That is
Okay.
my favorite comfort food.
Okay.
So that's your go-to, right?
That
there.
is my go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and life is good after that.
Real quick.
Oh,
I
okay.
like
Love
that.
it.
I like that.
Joe, did you hear that? He probably already know it
Hey,
though. Yeah,
listen,
Yeah,
we almost
yeah.
OD on snow crab legs. It's all right, though. It's
All
so
right.
good.
All right.
yeah.
They're good. They're good.
What's a good day for Cheryl?
Ooh, a good day for me. Do you want it in terms of the day of the week or just how I perform within the day?
What has to happen at
For me
the
to have
end
a
of the
good
day?
day?
You said this was a good day.
So let me tell you what I do from
Okay.
start to finish. I love to wake up in the morning, and before I do anything, I literally go and have my time with the Lord.
Right.
I listen
thing.
to a lot of gospel music, so
Okay.
it takes me a minute to get dressed because usually I'm crying.
Oh, okay,
because I'm just
okay.
like, thank you,
I
God,
cry every
for
day, too.
everything,
I cry every day, too.
everything. And then I will go and look for inspiration
Okay.
because I don't want, I want to wake up with a purpose, on purpose.
Gotcha.
Right.
Definitely.
I like that.
So I look for inspiration
Right.
in people, places, or things.
Right.
And it helps me in my writing.
Okay.
Because there's so much going on out here.
Yeah, it is.
So much going on out here. And I guess you just want to be a part of the light. You want to be a part of something good. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like some
Right.
people choose jobs.
Yeah.
I'm much more into people choosing careers because a career is something that you believe in, and if you trust in what you're doing, that's where you're going to put your best work at.
You're gonna
Right,
be
right.
excellent
So
in that,
yeah, if it's a job, you're just doing what you got
Yeah,
to do to make
just-
money.
just
So
Right.
get outta
choose
here.
wisely
Yeah.
your career because
Yeah.
we're getting older, right? And
Right.
like we're dependent on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's a
adult
whole nother
in me.
episode.
Yeah, it is.
That's a whole nother episode.
There you go. There you go. There
Oh,
you
okay.
go.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then: if you could meet a celebrity, which you kind of are a celebrity, but if you could meet a celebrity, who would it be?
Wow. So I like the question, but I'm gonna change one word.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if I would use celebrity as much as I would use this person. I get a lot of God's presence and information from this person, but the celebrity that I'm going to meet before it's all over with, I happen to love Sarah Jake Roberts.
Oh yeah.
And I listen to her
Okay.
daily.
Mhm.
And then I listen to my gospel music.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I have date days with the Lord. Those are great days for me.
Okay.
I like
I
that.
don't need to have a specific place to go
Right.
or a specific thing to do.
Yeah.
But I think that God expects us to be at our best and on our best. So I wake up every single morning with a purpose on purpose.
I like that.
And
like that
I
too.
give him that time. And
Yeah,
I just
praise
make
God.
sure that he gets that first fruit.
He get that first fruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But that's a good day for me.
That is a good day.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I agree with that.
She answered 2 questions in one.
Yeah,
That was
she did.
impressive right there.
That was-
Okay, all right.
all right.
Is it on me again?
Well,
'Cause I got
the beach or the mountains?
The beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm about to get ratchet now.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fist fight? Taraji P. Henson or Halle Berry? Who
Oh,
who you
definitely Taraji.
put? Okay.
Oh, my
okay.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Halle can throw them blows.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I'm worried about me.
Not like Taraji. you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Taraji.
Yeah,
She's beautiful, but you know she.
Yeah, she got a little
street
feisty.
in her,
Yeah,
you
she a
know?
little feisty.
She got a little
Yeah,
feisty in
she
her too.
rooted.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Ready.
she a little spicy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm
Okay,
with
so, and I'm assuming that you like this, but what's your best, what's your favorite hamburger spot?
Wow,
Mm.
that's so great of a question. I don't even have an answer to it. I mean, it's.
I'm gonna do a plug just because they want to endorse us one day. Shout out to Mug Shots.
Mug
Get
shots
us
is
up in
good.
there then, because I haven't had them yet.
Okay.
What?
I've never.
You gotta put it in your life.
I've never
Oh
been
man,
mug
mug shots
shots.
is good.
Yeah, Mug Shots. Yeah.
Hamburger.
That's my favorite right now.
And you may not know about this one, but but it's a little place down in McCalla called JJ's.
Nah, I ain't heard about that one yet.
Oh man,
Can I go? Is McCalla
Is it
say? Because the
wings?
Bessemer at McCalla,
yeah.
right?
JJ's
Yeah, it's
Wings
McCalla.
or something?
No, it's actually a service station.
Oh wow.
Oh, you know it's
Go
good
on the
then.
inside.
Yeah,
you
you,
know-
know, you
yeah.
know it's good if it's in
That
the gas
you know they cook.
What's the health grade number? Like a 70?
No, it's like a 90 something, man.
Oh, I don't
it's
know.
an institution. It's been there for years.
No, if it ain't a 75, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man.
Yeah, I want a 75. I want.
remember
That
going
mean they
into
ain't
this
changing the
establishment.
grease.
Oh,
That mean you get that flavor in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, I
we
like
go
that.
into this establishment, me and my brother-in-law, and I was like, and I stopped, and he said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Man, look at their health score."
Yeah,
Wow.
too high, wasn't it?
No, it was a 75.
No, that's good.
And that's what, and he
That's
said,
good.
"You know this food good."
oh,
He said,
I had walked out of Waffle Houses when I saw a 95. I said, no, it's too clean.
"That's too clean."
That mean they wiping
wow.
everything. Oh,
You
no,
want some
no.
of that grease?
Yeah, yeah,
Plus some
yeah. You
grease
know,
on
I
there.
like when I eat my waffle and it tastes like bacon.
But yeah, just and we
You know
just
what I'm
plug the
With you on
place.
that.
But it's two
Yeah.
places that I know of:
What that?
JJ's and McCalla.
Uh-huh.
Then there's another sandwich shop over on the east side called Sammy's.
You know, I'm going to the east side, but
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
going to live through you, though.
Yeah, okay. But
I'm
both
going
of
to
them
east
are
side. I'm
great
scared of east side.
hamburger joints.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they hand patted, you know, and everything.
Okay, old school.
Really?
Yeah, old
That's
school,
the
man.
old school.
Yeah, they hand.
All right, well, I'm going to try that JJ's and McCalla.
Okay.
I'm going to live through you on the one on east side. No offense, east side.
All right.
Just, yeah, no offense.
Ponciana and
It
right
don't-
there behind the new hospital.
It don't matter. It
Yeah,
don't
you
matter.
gonna find it, ain't
No,
you?
it don't matter.
You gonna find
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you talking about the one on the east side that we trying to describe?
No,
Oh,
JJ.
McCalla. Oh, okay. I found the one on McCalla. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to give me direction to the east side. I was like, you wasting your
That's
time.
okay.
Yeah, you
You're
going.
not going.
All right, I got one more. All right.
Right.
What about this? This is my last one.
All right.
Favorite cereal, or do you?
Oh,
Come on. Now.
oh, wow. Ooh.
Go on, say it.
I happen to like Smacks.
I got some up there too.
See, see,
On the refrigerator.
see.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go. Another Smackian.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Shout out
I
to
like Smacks.
yeah.
Fruit
What's
Loops
the,
might
what's
be
the
next.
little dude on the Sugar Smacks? What's his name?
Yeah, which smacks you talking about now? You know we got
The
two
one
of
with the
them.
frog?
Yeah, that's the one I got.
The one with the frog. You
Now
talking
Sugar
about
Bear,
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear
Oh,
cool
you
now.
talking
Sugar
about
Bear
Super
cool
Sugar
now.
Crisp.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of
Sugar
them
Crisp.
bear,
Yeah,
one
Honey
with
Smacks is
the
one with the
frog.
frog.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. With the frog
There you
on it.
go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's
These
my
are
favorite.
some consumers of it.
Hey,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's Tony the Tiger for me.
Okay.
I like Tony
All
the
Yeah, we
Tiger.
cool with Tony.
I keep
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
keep Tony around.
And
Yeah,
now they got the
Tony
less
hang
sugar.
out.
You know what I'm talking about?
They said what now?
They got the less sugar.
Oh, well, I don't want that then.
Nah.
Yeah. I don't want that.
Keep
Listen, yeah, I don't want that. Yeah,
But
I want
yeah,
that.
yeah.
No, I'm
Tony
on all the
Tiger,
sugar.
man.
I'm on all
Oh
the
my.
So
Jesus.
Sugar Smacks.
I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
those.
Yeah,
sugar
yeah.
Smacks. Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're so good.
and this is my last one.
All right.
All right. What's your favorite junk food?
Ooh, so I love my Reese cups.
Mm.
I love those.
I'm with you on that.
So much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that peanut butter and chocolate, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good combination.
And just the regular Reese cup. We don't need all this other stuff, pumpkin and all of that,
Yeah.
marshmallows and M&Ms in it. No, we
Okay.
just need
Let
the,
it be the peanut
the
butter.
round Reese cup with the
I'm
ridges in it
so-
going around.
Now the one that had that caramel in there
So-
was kind of fire though.
I haven't tried that
man.
one.
They had the peanut butter with the caramel. I ain't gonna lie, that was hitting now.
That's
Nah,
it.
man.
But I hear what you're saying. I just like the old school Reese's
Hey,
though.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
old
want
school.
you to-
Keep it original.
But that caramel was
Keep it
fire
original.
though. Yeah, fine. Okay,
You-
I'm sorry.
you good?
Yeah, that was it. That was
All
Here's
it.
your
right.
last
guys.
question. Man, I'm telling you, we ain't gonna be in so much trouble today.
Yeah,
no.
But you have been watching the Real Spill podcast.
Yeah,
Hidden in the book.
yeah. Chapter 2. Chapter
Street,
2.
College.
Street College
101.
101.
Yeah,
Cheryl Starr.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys.
Man, thank
so
you.
much for having us.
It's
Yeah.
been so great having you
Oh,
on.
that's so cool.
You
Right.
gotta come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
Book get
do.
published and we're
Yeah.
gonna come on and
All right.
talk about it some more and
That's
everything.
gonna be
But
so
we
much
just
fun.
we are thankful to
Oh,
you
yeah,
for
yeah,
coming
yeah.
and,
Guys, for having me
hanging
here.
out with us on the Real Spill.
Yeah, and shout out to MC Hammer,
MC
Too
Hammer.
Big MC,
Yeah.
O-Town 357,
Oh my
Angie B.
gosh,
I know all. I told you I was a
what?
fan.
Everybody. Okay, I got
All
you.
right now.
I
All
got
right.
you. I got
All
you.
right.
Okay.
Talent Man
And your favorite Rand, Cold Steel.
Oh,
Yeah, and this is
and Miss Cheryl,
Cheryl Starr.
Cheryl
Yeah.
Starr.
And you've
this
been
is-
watching
and the Real
Real
Spill
Spill
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can catch us on Facebook Live at 5.
All
Yeah.
right.
You can catch us on YouTube
Yeah.
at the
So
Real
good.
Spill
Yeah.
Podcast 3.
Yes, sir. That's
And
YouTube.
you can
Yeah.
check us on the streaming service on the Post Network.
Roku
That's
TV.
awesome.
Roku TV.
That is
And be
so
looking for the
cool.
app soon.
That
Be
is
looking
so
for the app
cool.
soon.
And I got to
Yeah.
do a plug for the After Dark because I'll get my throat cut if I
Yes, you
don't.
will.
No.
Episode 38, The
Episode
Disconnect,
Yeah.
with our executive
All right.
producer / host Ayo.
Hey, yo,
Uh-oh.
toy.
Yeah, so y'all tune in at 7 o'clock to watch the
Sounds
Real
good.
Spill. And my boy, the ologist,
The ologist is gonna be on, man. Y'all
Okay.
been asking for him.
Yeah, he
He's
back. He
yeah,
back.
the ologist is
Alright.
gonna be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got jumped on because he ain't been on there.
Oh.
But yeah, he back today though. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Hey, tell your
Yeah.
friends about this episode. Tell them about all the episodes.
Yeah.
Tell them to hit the like, the share button.
Definitely.
Check us out. The Real
There
Spill
you go, right there.
Podcast.
You finna do his in play?
Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
that's why you the man, dog.
That's why he the man.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get this one over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got the old school warm up suit on and everything, man. Thank y'all for listening.
Thanks,
Thank y'all for coming. Yeah.
guys.
Get ready.
Bye.
Look out for the book. Street College 101.
Yeah.
Miss